Nobody knows if and when tragedy will strike your family. Challenges, pain, and suffering don't discriminate. Even if you think you're prepared, the burdens of a personal crisis can overwhelm anyone, especially when it's your child who is critically ill.
When my son was born, he went into heart failure when he was 2 months old. They told me he wouldn't live to be past 6 months old. The Lord blessed me and let me keep him for 22 years. But during that 22 years, it was just a struggle, financially, emotionally.
Deborah's son Jeremy was diagnosed with a severe heart problem. She spent years in and out of the hospital. She knows the pain and suffering many parents face in trying to deal with their child's illness. After her son passed away, Deborah, Sue Jeffries, and Patrice Brooks started a foundation that helps with the emotional and financial needs of these families.
We established Just Keep Smiling to help families in the critical time, to be the hands and feet of God, because we cannot go into the intensive care units and say, hey, God will help you through this. But if we pay a power bill, a phone bill, give them gas vouchers, then we can open the door and say, this is from God. This is who's going to help you get through it all.
Deborah's right. We can't expect people to receive the message of Christ without also meeting their immediate needs. Alice Kariuki came to Birmingham from Kenya. Now, ultrasounds revealed that her daughter might be born with a congenital heart disease. But with only 1 month left in her pregnancy, little Ivy Joy was born prematurely and with a lot of problems.
After 2 weeks, they said they have to get her for open heart surgery because they can see that's the only way out. So 3 weeks she stayed in the UAB. For the 4th week, they said we have to go to Boston Children's Hospital where there's more facilities because she was so tiny. I was worried about where do we live? My apartment now? I'm not working. I have to pay my bills. So I talked with the caseworker. She told me she talked with another organization called Just Keep Smiling. They talked to them and they said they'll help me out, they will pay my utilities, and I felt back to life. I felt now life is worth a living. I felt, oh yes, I can move on now. I felt now I can sleep. I can rest assured that somebody somewhere is taking care of me.
Just Keep Smiling has dedicated their time and resources to many families with many types of needs. Jeff and Justine Lamarck had just celebrated their son's high school graduation. Jacob spent most of his life in need of a new heart. He and his mother moved from the New Orleans area to Birmingham to be eligible for a heart transplant. When the call finally came, Jacob did receive his new heart. But you see, there were many hurdles to overcome. Jacob's father had to stay back in Louisiana to work and take care of financial needs.
We'd see good days where Jacob would do well, and then he went through a real hard surgery. One of the coordinators came and said, you know, you need to get Jeff here. He just needs to be here. I said, well, you know, we really have to think hard about this. And then it was Just Keep Smiling was our answer. You know, said, well, they can help you. Let us, you know, do what we can. And with that help from Just Keep Smiling, it was, you know, like I said before, our answer to prayers. And it was in the last few days that we knew that he wasn't going to make it. It was quality time that Jeff got to spend when Jacob was awake and, you know, able to communicate and enjoy watching a movie or, you know, just things like that before it deteriorated to the point where he wasn't completely with us the whole time.
My colleagues and I and the rest of the care team here in the hospital can provide very sophisticated medical treatment to critically ill children. What we can't do is provide the emotional support that only comes from other family members. Strangers, including myself and the nurses and doctors that care for children, can't take the place of mommies and daddies. Just Keep Smiling provides unique resources so parents can spend more time with their children in the hospital and they don't need to be distracted by the financial